Hi, I'm Kathy from Simple Fit Physical Therapy, and today I want to teach you just a few simple exercises that you can do to help strengthen the rotator cuff and the scapular stabilizing muscles. The reason this is important is because the rotator cuff's muscles are small, and if you have the scapular stabilizers, which are the muscles, the bigger muscles in your back not working properly, it makes it hard for you to move your arm with a good glenohumeral rhythm. So, the function of the rotator cuff muscles, which are four muscles that surround the shoulder, is to keep the head of the humerus stabilized when you're lifting your arm. And they work in conjunction with the scapular stabilizers to do this. Now, these muscles often get injured, and some of the ways they get injured is if you're doing a lot of overhead repetitive activities, you can get a repetitive strain injury. Things like painting, just working overhead, those can cause this type of problem. Another thing that can happen is you can have a fall on an outstretched arm, and that will cause some damage to the rotator cuff at times. And also, if you have bone spurs make it so that when the tendons slide over the spurs, it causes friction, which leads to pain and inflammation, and sometimes even a rotator cuff tear. So, the first exercise we're going to do today is a straight arm pull down with the TheraBand. With all of these exercises that we're doing today, we're going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions. So, with this exercise, what I'm going to do is take both hands and pull down. And with this, we want to pull the shoulder blades down and back. And my arms are just going right to my sides. They're not extending back like that, they're just staying right at my sides as I pull down. The next exercise is a horizontal row. So I'm going to have the band at about chest height or maybe just a little bit lower. And then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades again down and back, just like this, making sure I don't get a forward head posture as I go. So I'm keeping my chin tucked and pulling right on back. The next exercise we're going to do is a shoulder internal rotation. So, what I've got here is a small towel. Just a hand towel that I've rolled up, and I'm going to put it under my arm. And that's just to keep my arm in a better position while I'm doing this exercise. And I'm going to keep my thumbs up while I'm doing this. And I'm going to pull across my body just like this, keeping my arm parallel to the floor, making sure I keep my elbow flexed at about 90 degrees. And the other thing I want to be careful is I just want to make sure that my shoulder doesn't round forward as I'm doing this. We want those rotator cuff muscles to work. And if we let the shoulders round forward, different muscles will take over for that. All right. The next exercise is a shoulder external rotation. So because we're facing this way, we'll go ahead and do the left arm. So again, the towel is under my arm to keep this in a right position. I'm going to make sure that my shoulder blade is set down and back, and I'm going to let my arm come out to the side, keeping my elbow flexed to 90 degrees and keeping my hand going parallel to the floor with my thumb up so that I don't cause myself an impingement. And again, we're looking at 3 sets of 10 on these. One thing I did want to say about the TheraBand is if you're putting it in and out of the door, you don't want to put it by the door latch because that can cause more damage. And if you have a couple of extra bucks to spend, they sell little clips that you can put on here to put it on the door so that the clip goes in the door and not the band directly itself, and your TheraBand will last a little bit longer. The next exercises we're going to do are for the scapular stabilizers. What I'm going to do is use a counter to lean forward on. I'm going to put my inside leg forward, hinge forward from the hips to keep my back nice and straight, tuck my chin to keep my neck in a good alignment, and I want my arm again to be with the thumbs up. I don't want to be with my arm rotated like this because that'll put my arm in an impingement position, and I'm going to lift up keeping my arm about even with my body. So I'm lifting up, and you don't have to stick your thumbs up, but that's just for emphasis to show you. We're lifting up just like that. Now, the next exercise is very similar. We're going to stay in that same position with the inside leg forward, hip hinge, chin tuck. The hand is in the same position, and we're coming out to the side just to the height of my body. I don't want to be up here because that's probably going to cause a little extra pain. So I'm coming up like this. And the last one is going to be in the same position, and we're coming up like so. I think of this one like you're starting a lawnmower or you're lifting up a suitcase. Just like that. And of course, you'd want to do the 3 sets of 10, and you'd want to work both arms, both left and right. If when you're doing these exercises in this position here, if it's too easy for you to do it without any weight, you can go ahead and add 1 to 2 pounds of like a hand weight, and that'll give you a little extra resistance. I wouldn't go much more than that, especially if you're already experiencing pain, because the main thing with these exercises is that we want to do them with good form so that it targets the correct muscles. Oftentimes, if we increase the weight too fast, what will happen is our shoulder blades, our the upper trap muscles will overcompensate, and you'll get a lot of stiffness in your neck, and the muscles that we want to work are not going to be working as efficiently. Using either a cane or a broomstick, whatever you happen to have. In fact, this is actually a little broomstick that comes from the Dollar Tree. It's perfect for this type of exercise. So the last exercise we're going to do today is a gear shift exercise, and this is active assistive range of motion for the shoulder. So what you're going to do is take a broomstick, a cane, whatever you happen to have, and you're going to hold it like this, and you're going to go forward and back. You want to keep good posture and just gently go back and forth to your tolerance. You want to stay in a pain-free range of motion when you're doing these exercises. So after you've done forward and back maybe 10 times, you can go on a little bit of an angle. This is like a 45-degree angle here. And then I can go out to the side. So I just readjust the bottom just a little bit to keep it so that it goes the direction I want. And then the last one is just a little bit of rotation, just to give yourself a little bit of a stretch. And these should feel comfortable. None of these exercises should be painful. If when you're doing these exercises, you find that you're having some pain, I'd want you to just lower the resistance of the exercise, either get a lighter band or a lighter weight. And if it still causes you pain, you'd probably want to hold off. And then you might consider whether it's time to consult with your doctor or your local physical therapist, because none of these should cause pain. If they're causing you pain, I would hold off on doing them. I hope these exercises were helpful. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon.